Hi guys, welcome to today's session of Let's Build Together. So we are in our second session of the wireless configuration. So in our last session, I would have discussed the creation of the WLANs and tying them to WLAN groups and the APs and the AP groups and stuff like that. Now I know when we were going to test the guest subnet, the guest WLAN server, we couldn't because the APs did not have access to the internet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you all the setup on the virtual controller. I have an access point set up in my home, so I would be able to show you all and test the guest page without an issue. So on my screen right now, this is the VSZ, which is the Virtual SmartZone. This is our controller. This is a live environment that I have my AP connected to. So right now I have two WLANs, which is the 99 Problems and the Prayer Guest. That's tied to a WLAN group called Prayer Home. So the guest network is active. So let me just show you all what the guest networks look like. Again, the name, the SSID, the WLAN group is Prayer Home. The authentication type is guest access, method is open, and we have no encryption. Again, we have our guest portal service that we would have configured as well on the controller itself. So it's the same options. We have our client isolation on. You have options for your radius servers. You have options for your layer 2 access control lists and things like that. And you have your same scheduling options and your traffic limiting. So let's just click OK. So again, my WLAN group, which is Prayer Home, is tied to an AP group, which is again Prayer AP group, and I have a single AP. So it's the same concept as the controller. So here, let me go test the guest page. So when I connect to the Prayer Guest SSID, it's asking me to sign into the network. So basically what you would get is a pop-up with an HTML viewer saying to connect to the network. So once I click on that, this is the page that comes up. So it's asking me for a guest pass. Now, I didn't create a guest pass on this controller. What I will do is go to the IP of the controller, which is 192.168.100.4/guest pass. Right. What we need to do is log in, admin, and this is how you create a guest pass. So you put in the full name. So we'll use my name, Priya Bajram. It could be valid for days, hours, weeks. The WLAN, we only have one guest WLAN. If you have multiple guest WLANs, they would all show up here. The email address is optional. You could optionally put in a phone number. Again, this service could be tied into a provider so that the user would get their guest pass via SMS. Again, that's an additional cost with the provider, so we don't usually use that option. You could use the pre-generated key, or you could set a key. You could create it shareable for a certain number of devices, and you could request that a user log in after a certain amount of time. So I'll just have this as was fine. So again, you could print the instructions and give it to the user. So if you have like conferences or any events and you want to print unlimited guest pass just for that event, you have the ability to do that with the controller. So it's the same concept on this controller. Again, this is a live environment, so I'm not going to mess with it too much, but that is how you do the guest pass stuff. So the next thing we are going to do, like I discussed in our last session, we are going to configure a hotspot. It's the same concept. Let me just relog in. Configure WLANs. We're going to create new. We'll call it Prayer Hotspot. It's just a hotspot service. Again, the method will be open, none, and we have a test. So we'll just use the test one then. And this would be VLAN 50. Okay. So with that, I should be seeing a Prayer hotspot that's available. Just give it a minute. I need to add it to our guest group. Priya Hotspot. So again, this group is tied to a specific AP, and I now have Priya Hotspot as an available network. Not sure how well you can see that. So if I connect, again, it's not actually sending me to anything specific, so it just says connected, no internet. So let's go monitor wireless clients. Right, so I am connected to Priya Hotspot, which is VLAN 50. I'm connected on the 5 gigahertz frequency, and I have an IP of 50.11. So that is actually it for the guest network side of it. We created a hotspot. I showed you all, I actually gave you all a sneak peek into the virtual controller and how the setup is on that as well. So this is what it looks like. I can't really go to any of the pages because we would have other information on the pages that I can't show. So I hope you all enjoyed this session, and I hope you all stay tuned for more.